Okay, part 3, I guess. Yeah, experience operational difficulties. Yep. Well, we're on it. 149th. Here it is, 149th and 3rd Avenue. This place would be packed during the weekdays. I see that my homeboy's martial arts school is not there right now. Really? Can't be played in the background. Okay, let's see what's going on. See what we got going on. That's part 2. We're done with that. All right, here we go. But we are the people cross whenever they feel like it, and they're under the impression that because the pedestrians have the right of way, they can cross in front of cars, trucks, whenever they feel like it, because if you hit them, well, you're liable. You're liable. But I'll tell you what, I learned my lesson. I learned a very valuable lesson long ago. See, I was driving on a street just like this one. You may not be able to notice it on the camera, but there's a slight decline. And I was driving on the decline, and at the end of the street, there was a red light. And, of course, I prepared myself by putting my feet on the brake pedal just to push it down and stop at the red light. However, when I stepped on the brake pedal went all the way down to the very end. All the way down. I had no brakes. I went through the intersection, through a red light, without stopping, not even a little bit, not even slowing down. Just went right through. I got to a spot where the car stopped by itself. I pulled the emergency brake. And when I went to check to see what was going on, I discovered that one of the brake lines was cut and brake fluid had leaked out. So I had no brake fluid. And it wasn't something nefarious. It wasn't that somebody deliberately cut my brake line. No. It's just that the way that the car was designed, the way that whole braking system was designed, when you turn to the left or the right, the metal along the rotor was cutting the brake line until finally it was rubbing against the brake line until finally it gave in. The brake line finally got cut and it went right through. Oh, I see flashing lights again. What's up? Here we go. By the way, we passed by the hospital where I had to get treated. It was on the left. My sister-in-law was a pediatrician there. And I go there because I had an accident. I got hit in my eye. I was playing tennis. I was up at the net, and my eye was wide open, and that ball came in at a high velocity. And you know the tennis balls have a lot of hair, so it caught me right in the eye when my eye was open. Holy smokes! That wasn't anywhere near as painful as whatever it is that my sister-in-law had to do. She had to put some kind of strip with dye on it so that I can have my cornea checked out to see if it was scratched and how badly it was scratched or anything like that. That felt like that. Let me tell you, when she put that strip in my eye, it felt like somebody took a hot iron, a hot poke, red hot, and just stuck it in my eyeball. That was so incredibly painful. Absolutely horrible. Here we go, y'all. It's 149th Street. This is 149 and Walton. The tall buildings there off to the right, that first set, that's brand new. That wasn't there before. And if you go up this street to the right, it'll take you to the Bronx House of Detention, County Jail. Part of a network of county jails here in New York City. You had the Bronx House of Detention, you had the Brooklyn House, Queens House. I don't recall if Staten Island had one. And then you had Rikers. Rikers alone housed 23,000 inmates. Rikers alone. So in the city, you probably had a total of about maybe 26,000 inmates or detainees, because when you're in a county jail, you're being detained, but you still haven't been condemned for being guilty of anything yet. You're just being detained. Or you are serving a sentence, but it's under a year. A year and under could be housed in a county jail. Sentence of a year. But they really hooked this place up, because to the right over here, underneath the highway, that, by the way, that's the Major Deegan. We're going under the Major Deegan. I-87 is the Major Deegan. Now, if you look off to the right, you see these tall buildings. Those are not projects. Those are not projects. I don't know if they're condos, but they're definitely not projects. And over to the left here, there was the stadium for the New York Giants, the baseball team. These are the polo grounds. The polo grounds, right over here to the left. We're going to keep going across over here. This is 135th Street in Manhattan now. We crossed over that bridge into Manhattan. The Giants. So we are in Harlem now. This is Harlem. This is Malcolm X Boulevard that we're crossing over. Over here on the left, there's a gas station that shut down. A lot of these buildings are refurbished, redone, rebuilt. Who would be without heat for weeks sometimes during the winter. This area, well, it's still poor, but back then it was even worse. It was poor and dangerous. Got a building here that's no longer it's abandoned building. Wait a minute. Is this 135th or 145th? I said 135th before, right? No, I think this is 145th. Oops. And this is 145th and Frederick Douglass. 145th and Frederick Douglass. I'm not going to go through the light. To the right, okay, if you look at the corner on the left, the far corner, it says Superfood Town. Well, the company I used to work for used to deliver to that supermarket. There was a path mark back then, and the delivery was done on the next block over to the left, and it was the type of delivery that the drivers at that company absolutely dreaded that, because you had to back in blindside with cars parked across the street. You had to, whenever you saw a gap, you had to go up on the sidewalk to be able to make sure that you got in without scraping columns, without scraping walls, without scraping human beings or cars. Drivers dreaded it, and it was one of those punishment stores where if you weren't performing your duties the way the dispatcher thought you were, they would switch your load and give you one of these stores. It was this one and the one on 125th Street. That was also another one that was absolutely dreaded. I think this is part of the area of Sugar Hill. Not sure. This area here. And I'm going to make a left at the next street, which is St. Nicholas. Yeah, Sugar Hill. Let's roll. Let's do this. St. Nicholas Avenue. Let's see if we can get there before the light changes. So I don't trust any car or truck to stop or to not have a brake failure of some kind. What we got going on here? Okay. See, I'm looking at my tandems, my trailer tandems. I don't know what these cops. This police station was in here before. I don't remember seeing it. So I don't cross in front of cars and trucks. I let them go by. I wait till they go by and then I take care of business. On the right, I don't know what this Harlem Academy stuff is, but this is, I'm stopping right in front of the Harlem School of the Arts. I attended the Harlem School of the Arts and I was a student there for many years. I learned, or I took private violin lessons with Miss Shushanskaya, a Russian violinist. Mr. Pache was my theory teacher. Mr. Baldwin was my guitar teacher. So I studied guitar. Guitar was not private. Guitar was group. Theory was in a classroom environment, and then I had private violin lessons because that was my primary instrument. And I used to play for the Bronx Borough-wide, the Manhattan Borough-wide, and I even performed at Lincoln Center. So let's continue on this little journey here. Oh, I got peoples here. I'm sorry. Hey, Sip. You're back, huh? Yes, New York City. Hey, Sunflower. Oh, you had fun? That's very good. I'm happy you had fun for your birthday. That's a pretty nice thing. Yeah, I'm in Harlem right now, Sip. I just passed by the music school I attended for a few years. The Harlem School of the Arts. We're gonna continue down. I'm gonna see if I can make a right on 125th Street. At the intersection where I'm gonna make the right, if I were to make a left, you would see the Apollo Theater. And City College is up the hill along the right here. City College of New York City. It's part of the CUNY system, the CUNY system. Yeah, I see one of the buildings for City College up there. It's an excellent learning institution. Yeah, you like it? You like it, Sip? You like the way it looks? Yeah. Yep. Yep. And this is a big difference of what it was like when I grew up here. Big difference. This is so much cleaner, so much safer. So much safer, let me tell you. So much safer. There were drugs everywhere around here. Everywhere. On the side to the right, from 135th Street on up, along Broadway, Amsterdam, Audubon, all that, there was so much drugs being sold up around that way. At any given time, you can meet up with somebody and pick up 40, 50 kilos of coke like it's nothing. Like you're shopping at a grocery store. Like nothing. What street am I on now? Yeah, a lot of these brownstones and tenement buildings are all renovated. They look so much better. It would have been better if there weren't any wiper blade action. Call these people when I'm 15 minutes away. Roy. Let's go, St. Nick, 128th and St. Nick, so 3 more blocks. 3 more blocks and we make that right. Go. Yeah, there it is, 125th Street. We're gonna make a right. Like what I was saying, if I make a left here, I'd be right in front of the Apollo Theater. Harlem, I don't know if it's diverse now. It wasn't diverse when I was growing up. This was strictly Black American. Strictly Black American. That's what this was. Now, I'm looking around and I don't see. Well, if there's diversity, it's not in skin color, it's in cultures. Because you got a lot more people from different African countries than you had when I was growing up. When I grew up here, it was strictly Black American, strictly. Here's Morningside Avenue. My elementary school, you can't see it from here, but if you look to the left, you see these projects. These are projects. And right directly behind this first project here is my elementary school. The only elementary school I ever attended that had a swimming pool. And it's where I learned to swim. And when I lived here, I lived on Broadway and 123rd. And I used to come to the school. Everything was beautiful. I had my afro. I had my gear. I fit in. Until one day I bumped into this Puerto Rican kid and we started talking Spanish. Man, I was fighting on the regular after that. Fighting on the regular. And so from way to my elementary school, I had to walk for 2 blocks and I had to cut in through the projects. And yeah, every now and then there'd be some drama. Be somebody trying to mug you or do something stupid. And you just have to hook off. You just have to swing. How long it would take for you to get out of that mess, it was hard to tell. Yeah, 125th in Amsterdam. This is 125th in Amsterdam right here. Here we go. This turn is going to be a struggle. Got some more projects to the right. You can't see that. Let's roll. Here we go. Project right here. And then I will cut through this street right here. No, not through there. I used to cut where? Right through here, right in between these businesses. The pharmacy. I'd have to cut down. You can't see it, but it's like it looks like a wide alleyway to get to and from school. No school buses. There were no school buses. I used to either walk, take the take the city bus or the train. Those were my means of transportation: walking, the city bus, or the train. The grant houses, that's what these projects are called, the grant houses. Now on Broadway, right around here, right around 123rd, a little further up, there was the Manhattan School of Music, which I also attended. I was taking some classes there, not as a student of the Manhattan School of Music, but as some private lessons that I was taking. Now you got a wide variety of restaurants on the sides here. And I guess from this point on, this is all property of Columbia University. Matter of fact, this building on the left does belong to Columbia University. Yeah. It's Ivy League. It's not cheap. You gotta score well on your ATs in order to get into Columbia. My homeboy Robert attended Columbia University, and he graduated magna cum laude in electrical engineering, and he completed it in 3 years. The guy was a genius. He was a certified genius, Robert Murray. Certified genius. And the average person may not understand when they're in the presence of a genius. They may not understand that the person is a genius, because sometimes they have this odd behavior. They might perceive them as just weird, or just, I don't know. Some of these geniuses don't have the best filters for communications. They'll say stuff, and it's basically like dealing with someone who has Asperger's, for example. Somebody with Asperger's, they're not the best communicators in the world, because they'll say some things and don't even realize that they're being offensive. That's not their intention. Their intention is not to be offensive. They're just observing their environment, and they're commenting on how they perceive their environment. St. Luke's Hospital on the left here. I had to get stitched up over here after I got my head split open. Nice. And this on the left is the largest cathedral in the United States. St. John, I think it is. Yep, it's St. John. St. John the Divine is the largest cathedral, I think it's a cathedral, in the United States. It's hard to tell just how big it is when you go along its side. You can see just how big it actually is. It's huge. There used to be a crew below this here. There used to be a crew called the Young, Talented, whatever. Bunch of murderous dudes. Between Amsterdam and Broadway, Broadway's to the right. Between Amsterdam and Broadway, further down, I used to live with my sister, my oldest sister. It's nice the way they got that restaurant laid out on the right with the lighting and the chairs outside. It's kind of like a little village atmosphere. Doing it big out here. Oh man, that green light didn't last very long for me. But I'm gonna have to take it anyway because that was too brief. That was too short. Here we go. This is all part of St. John on the left. I don't know if you can see it. You can. I'm gonna make a right here on Columbus Avenue. If I were to go straight, the next block would be what's the name of that? Morningside, and then Central Park West. This area here, we used to come visit some people here, and there was a serial killer around here, unaliving young boys and cutting off their manly parts. Here we go. Giovanni's Pizzeria. You can go to any pizza shop here in New York City and be absolutely delighted with it. Here we go. Oh. Kitso Sushi. This area has really changed also. This place was drug infested. This was not a good spot. Here we go, let's go. Once this light changes, oh, a taco spot too. That's what's up. Homemade taqueria. we didn't have all these bike lanes. There's a bike lane on the left. The cars are parked. Oh, look at this. Look at this construction going on right here. Is that construction? No, they're unloading. It's an unloading process for some jobs. Almost in the middle of the street. Check it out, y'all. It's Columbus Avenue. If I'm fast enough, I can catch all these lights. All these green lights. So that. Got some projects over here on the right and the left. It's like a random place to put projects. Projects are usually off to some corner of an area where there won't be a lot of regular commuting. Projects are usually placed in areas where the poor people are isolated from everybody else. But not these. But then again, this area right here wasn't the best area. Let's go, Columbus Avenue. Further down, we get to 77th Street, and we're on 102nd right now. But when we get down to 77th Street, 77 and 76, there was a middle school, what we call high school, and the schoolyard for that middle school used to have quite a few celebrities. They used to hang out. I lived on 76th Street between Columbus and Amsterdam. And we used to get a few celebrities stop by and play with us. One of the ones they used to play on a regular basis was Stone Phillips. He was one of those talking heads for one of those programs. I think it was Channel 7 or something like that. Stone Phillips used to come play ball with us. Used to come play basketball with us. Timothy Hutton from Turk 182. He used to come down and play basketball with us also. Matter of fact, I was an extra in Turk 182. I was also an extra in Ghostbusters in Central Park when people were yelling across the street from the building. I was in the stadium for Turk 182. Steve Reeves or Christopher Reeves, which is the one that broke his neck when he fell off the horse, the one that used to play Superman. Christopher Reeves? Yeah, he used to come play with his son, but he didn't play with anybody else. He would just come in with his son and play racquetball with his son against the wall, the schoolyard. Al Pacino, whenever he was in town, he would stop by, play stickball with us. It's also where I learned how to play tennis from this dude that wrote several books on tennis. Too Tall Jones, the football player, lived on 77th Street between Columbus and Central Park West. Tony Randall from The Odd Couple lived on Central Park West between 76th and 75th Street. Diane Keaton lived in the same building. Mick Jagger had an apartment on the building on Central Park West between 74th and 73rd. And right on the corner of 72nd Street, Roberta Flack used to live there. John Lennon used to live there. Eric Estrada from, what do you call this? From Chips, used to live on 71st Street between Columbus and Broadway, because at that point it's Amsterdam and Broadway cross. So it was between Columbus and Broadway. Brenda K. Starr lives on the next block over on Amsterdam Avenue. The singer Brenda K. Cleo, her homeboy, lives somewhere around here. I'm not sure where, but he was in a few movies himself. Timac from The Last Dragon. He lived on 82nd Street. 82nd or 81st. I think it was 81st. 81st. Right off of Amsterdam Avenue. One of the high schools I attended is about 4 blocks down. And it's getting dark out. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of movement out here. These people. And this neighborhood changed. When I first moved down to this neighborhood, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. It was poor, it was dangerous, but gentrification took hold, and now you can't even afford a closet in this area now. Now you got all these nice little shops. It's really nice. The whole atmosphere, everything about it is nice. These guys are driving like maniacs right now. Look, see, they're unloading right in the middle of the street. Right in the middle of the street, they're unloading and delivering. Not unusual. Mamoon's Falafels. Yeah, they moved down here. Mamoon's was up in 180. Oh, my old high school, man. Right there, 180 on 84th Street. Timac and I went to the same high school. He was a year my senior. The original Ray's Pizza. They're still here. Kicking bootleg. Oh, that's not the best place to go through a red light. Oh, the bookstore's still here. Here it is, 81st Street. Right down the street. Timac used to live down the street. Can't see it, but on the left is the Hayden Planetarium and the Museum of Natural History. It starts here on 81st and it goes down to 77th Street, excuse me. And on 77th Street, between Columbus, which is where we're on now, Columbus and Central Park West, that's where they blow up all the balloons for the Macy's Parade. So the night before the parade, me and my homeboys used to hang out and go up and down and check out. We'd be getting drunk is what we were doing. We'd be getting drunk and acting the fool. Yeah, buddy, you're gonna have to wait. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going past the Museum of Natural History right here on the left. Can't see it. It's all dark out now, but that expression, stay. Oh, they renovated this thing. Stay fresh. I used to say stay fresh. Right here on 79th Street. This kid was one of like 3 brothers who used to come down. Preppy kids, rich kids. They used to come down to the schoolyard that I mentioned to play basketball, and that's where I got the expression "stay fresh" from. It was the funniest thing to hear him say that amongst us. On the right, this is the schoolyard here on the right, and apparently they're still doing fairs. But in there, we used to play tennis. That's where I learned to play tennis, paddleball, handball, soccer, roller hockey, basketball, stickball. And all these celebrities used to come here and chill with us. Yeah, this brings back memories. Yep. Check it out. Check it out, y'all. Cherry restaurant used to be here on the left. They're gone. Now it's the Mermaid Inn. I bumped into Arnold Schwarzenegger. He looks like an ogre, man. Papardella. There used to be another restaurant there. I used to get goulash from this family there. I forget exactly where they were from. I don't think it was Czechoslovakia. Pioneer Supermarket. I used to see Tony Randall shopping in there. Over here on the right here between 73rd and 72nd Street, there was a restaurant where I think it says Johnny Was, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes out of there. My friend wanted his autograph, but he was afraid to ask him. So I went up to Kareem and asked him for an autograph. And he insulted the hell out of me. Right over here, 71st Street to the right, that's where Eric Estrada used to live. Eric Estrada used to hang out with this dude. He was a chicken hawk. You guys know what a chicken hawk is? A chicken hawk is a dude that used to like to entice young boys to engage in some extracurricular activities. Hey, Richie. Yeah, Christmas trees, man. Yep. They got them down here, man. They got them down here. Oh, why did they got me turning on 42nd Street? Okay, whatever. We'll follow this after I cross here. A little further down is Lincoln Center, the Performing Arts. Juilliard is over here too. I don't know if you guys know about Juilliard. That's where it's like an elite musical college and performing arts. Graduating from Juilliard is like graduating from Harvard for the performing arts. These dudes, man, delivering middle of the road. Bugging out. And on the left hand side where that delivery truck is ahead on the left, across the street from that are I'm not sure which studios they are. I don't know if it's NBC or ABC. I'll drive by, I'll let you know. I might not even turn on 42nd. I might just turn on 57th Street. Oh no, they want me to go down the highway. Okay, I'll go to 42nd. Should I turn on 57? Oh no. I'm supposed to call these people when I'm 15 minutes away. Oh, Richie, I'm loaded with Christmas trees, as a matter of fact, right now. That's what I'm gonna go deliver. And the broker's mad as all hell. Took too long to get down here. I forgot to say, what is this? Oh, they're renovating where the studio was. Or do I have it mixed up? No, this is where the studio was. You can see all the setup, the camera setups and all that good stuff. Yeah, there's Juilliard on the right. It's hard to see. If you can see those trees lit with white bulbs, the one closest to us is right in front of Juilliard. Right in front of Juilliard. It's traffic, man. This is always the case. You can never escape traffic out here. Yep, there it is, Juilliard. I was accepted into the High School for Music and Arts. I wound up going to Bronx High School of Science before I got kicked out of there. And then I wound up at Brandeis. USD Brandeis. And Lincoln Center is over here on your right. If you can see a building with blue on top, blue lights on top, that's Lincoln Center. And it looks like there's a bridge that connects Lincoln Center to Juilliard, so they're prepping them for the performing of the Juilliard is prepping their students for performing right off the rip. I'm curious to know how much tickets are for that place. I would love to take my family over there. It'll probably depend on the type of performance. Look at this. This is nuts. This traffic is nuts. It's one of the things that I dislike very much about delivering here in New York. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Lincoln Center. For the performing arts. The performing arts. Oh, the circus is here. I see him in the back. The big tent is in the back there. Okay. Okay. This is part of Hell's Kitchen. This is part of Hell's Kitchen. chew gum in everybody's ear. Is that a horse-drawn buggy? It is not. Oh, it's a bike. It's a bike thing. Okay. Okay. Let's go down. Fordham University. That's not the main building though. That's not the main Fordham University. Now, Power Memorial High School, which was a Roman Catholic high school, is to the right. And that's where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went to high school. Power Memorial. My homeboy went there too. There's a horse-drawn buggy. They got him. Got the horses up in here. Dropping deuces. Dropping horse dookie all over the place. There used to be a job going behind the horses and shoveling up their dookie. There used to be a job out here. Then everything changed. Should I keep going straight? And turn on 34th Street or 42nd? What is telling me? I guess I should. Although, nah, I don't really like the traffic down by 42nd. It is absolutely horrendous. I'm gonna turn right over here. Thanks for boxing me out, buddy. I'll tap too. Got another one boxing me out? Man. Tell you got to be aggressive when you drive down here in New York. You got to be aggressive, because if not, they won't give you a break. They will not give you a break. Let me see if I can get this done right now. See all those red lights up ahead? That's traffic right there. I want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Gotta make sure. I gotta keep it on this mirror, man. People try to scoop in on the right, not realizing that my trailer needs that space, and they'll get crunched. Good. Now I just got off what became Columbus becomes 8th Avenue. So I got off 8th Avenue, and it's all one way. We're about to cross 9th Avenue. Wait a minute. No, my apologies. It becomes 9th Avenue. I'm going to cross 10th Avenue, and I used to deliver on 10th Avenue. down on 43rd Street. Now, understand that back into a building during the afternoon while traffic was ridiculous. Cars. Damn. You have to fight to get in. You have to be aggressive. You have to push. In the bush. You know I have to get in. What's this? Hudson Market. Oh, this is upgraded. This is all. Wow, this is really nice now. This is Hell's Kitchen. And Hell's Kitchen was nothing like this. Hell's Kitchen was busted back in the day. Bad neighborhood. But now, wow, this thing. It's impressive. Irish mob used to be out here in Hell's Kitchen. They used to run Hell's Kitchen. Oh wow, so now you know what to do, see? Gotta be aggressive when you drive out here. Cars won't let you buy. People won't let you buy. A little further down was the PAL that I used to box in and do judo. Nice. Yeah, I guess I'm close enough to 15 minutes now. I can let them know. 15 minutes away. So fuzzy. Call this thing a second. They didn't even pick up. What kind of food flavor is that? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're unloading right there? noise. Is it you, my guy? Well, I'm 15 minutes out. They still want me to turn on 42nd. What the sweat are you doing? Why are you honking, bro? Why are you honking? I got my directional signal since I left Pennsylvania. Boxing in. No respect, bro. No respect. Oh, that's where it's coming from. When you're bugging out. Oh. Oh, what do they call this? They call this pickleball or something like that. They got a pickleball court up in here? Yep, pickleball. I don't understand that. Just turn here. Okay. Hello. 15 minutes. Alright. Alright. They got that pickleball. It's looking fuzzy. This dude peeled out like maniac. The Intrepid is somewhere around here. Is it still here? They had the Intrepid, the old aircraft carrier. I don't see it though. Oh, I see it now. It's too dark, but I see it. They got all these ferries that let's go. Let's do this like Brutus. Because you know we always knew this. The Piers. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? My funky sensation. My funky sensation. Can you what in the bubblegum flavor? .46 degrees in New York City. A lot of history in this place. A lot of history. My funky sensation. As soon as I arrive, I'm gonna have to go for some refreshments. My mouth is all dry. My lips are all chapped. My skin is all ashy. Yeah, I want to go get some refreshments. Get some nutrients. That's crazy. My homeboy. My homeboy told his crackhead that he wasn't gonna give him $20 so that he can go purchase some more nutrients. Seriously? Called it nutrients? And listen, it's Sunday night. It's 5:13, 5 something. Close to 5:30. Where the hell are all these people going on Sunday night? Why aren't they not home recovering from binge eating and drinking on Thanksgiving? Man, serious? Oh my Lord. Man, what I need to do as soon as I get to my destination does not look good on the map. It looks like it's looking like I have to make more turns than what I really want to. I can tell you that right now. Oh. Chelsea. This is the area where Whoopi Goldberg and the Wayne brothers are from. Some projects between 23rd and 25th Street, somewhere around there, and 9th Avenue, where Whoopi and the Wayne brothers are from. Am I even in the 20s? But 2 blocks and I had to stop already? The Chelsea Piers over here on the right. They were redone also. They were rebuilt. Honk that horn. They're ready to go. It is ready to go. Ready to go, y'all. Ready to go. Art Museum, City Cruises, Field House, Skyline, Lighthouse. Man, look at all those attractions they got in the piers. You took a peek inside, see what's going on. Okay, okay. Oh man. You pull that button, lady. That lady running across the street. She pull that button so that light would change. My man got that limp like a lot of OG truck drivers have from stepping on that clutch pedal. See, a truck, when you want to change gears, you got a double clutch. You got a clutch to get out of a gear to go into neutral. Then you got a clutch to go from neutral to the next gear. So you got a double clutch. That's the proper way to do it. However, you get tired of that and you learn how to float gears. Golf club, arena. They got everything. Here's 5-7. What we got going on over here? City Winery. Public, Rooftop Park, Community Spaces, Market 57, Food Market. What? Pier 57. There it is, City Winery. We got music in there too. I wonder if it's live music. New York City has so much to offer that it is crazy. It's also expensive as all hell. You could probably rent a walk-in closet for about $2,500 a month. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. That structure. You can't see it. Really sorry about that, but that's an amazing looking structure. Nice hangout. We're near the meat market. Yeah, we're by the meat market. If you stumble out of a bar or a club and you have one too many, yeah, you might find yourself with a hot looking girl. But if you don't check the front, you're liable to get surprised. Come with a handle. It might be like ordering it might be like ordering a hamburger and it comes with an extra meat patty. It might come with a handle, a joystick. And the trannies down in this area, they listen. It's hard to tell the difference without alcohol. With alcohol, it's rough. Yup, we're gonna leave. I probably wind up soaking up together. Hope my mic is still working. I saw a red light on it. Oh yeah, my mic is dead. Testing 1, 2, 3. I might have to grab the other mic. Yeah, this is the receiving mic, but it's working just fine. Yeah, like I was saying over here, this area right here. Yeah. If you stumble out of a restaurant, a bar, a club, drunk, yeah, you might be picking up a hottie off the street. Like a hamburger with an extra meat patty. It might come with a handle or a joystick. Because they look official without being under the influence. It's hard to tell. Oh Lord, yeah. several turns. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Lord have mercy. Let's go. Tennis courts. I love that. If I bump into a tranny out here, I'll give her something to hold on to. Give her a tennis racket. We can come out here and whack all the balls she wants. Oh, he smokes. Guys, we're almost there. Finally. More gyms. Gotta make a left on Chambers Street. We're close to the World Trade Center. Look here, man. All right, what time you see? It's almost 5:30. Yeah. Almost 5:30. Yeah, here it is. Let's go Chambers, baby. We gotta do Chambers. We gotta go left, then right again, then right again, then right again. Yeah, like a circle. Exactly. What's this, Manhattan Community College? I think so. It's Manhattan Community College. Oh, yeah. That's an odd place. I don't know about this. I was about to say, this is one weird looking blonde in the passenger car on my left caught my attention because there was a whole lot of movement. Yeah. It's a dog. Who is horn honking over here? Yeah, sorry about that, guy, but you gotta wait your turn while I turn. We don't both fit. My tandems will destroy your vehicle, and you don't want that. That's City Hall. I think that's City Hall straight ahead. That's where Mamdani is going to be doing his work. Leave that alone. Mamdani is going to be hugging some salami. Trailer jerk. I hope that wasn't her body that it jerked over. You gotta be kidding me. Where the heck am I gonna turn? There's no way. There's no way. Look at this mess. Are you kidding me? This cat right here is parked. Are you for real? I have to pull my brakes. Believe this nonsense? I pull my brake, and there's a sign that says no standing. There's a sign that says no standing. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Hey, Professor. Oh, I'm stuck. This vehicle is parked in a no standing zone. It says no standing anytime. And the other sign says authorized vehicles only. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm already how many hours late? 11 hours late to my delivery, and I already had some drama just trying to get fuel. Let's see what happens here. Well, I got another 2 hours and 45 minutes to drive. You know what? As a matter of fact, thanks for reminding me. I'm going to put myself on. I'm going to put myself off duty to preserve my time. Because if not, now they have a receptionist in the building on my left. Yeah, it will. It will affect me negatively, yes. Yes, it will. So hopefully somebody will let the receptionist inside that building know that, hey, this truck can't get through there. Maybe somebody will figure out how to get in contact with the owner of the vehicle or whoever's driving. Let's see who's calling. Okay. Hello. No. What happened? Ask for money for what? Oh, Manny. Oh, Manny. Okay, okay. Okay. Well, okay, as soon as I can get there. Right now I'm trapped. I'm about half a block away and I can't get through because the car is parked somewhere they're not supposed to be parked and I can't get through. What do you think of them apples? Maybe Manny can help. Maybe Manny can call the police. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And get me up out of here.
Alright, well, hopefully they move shortly.
I don't know.
And please.
I think Manny's really gonna have to call the cops. You want me to take a picture so you can see what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take a picture. It's gonna take me a minute though. I gotta get out of the truck and go outside and take that picture. But if you can, please tell Manny that I'm on, what street am I on? I can't even tell what street I'm on. Hang on, can you hang on?
And there's no other way to
There is no other way. There's
go
construction.
around this car?
Construction. There's a single lane, and there's a car parked right by the corner of the barriers, and the truck can't fit through without destroying his vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have to destroy his vehicle in order to get through. So if you could, please, I'm going to tell you where I am. Tell you where I am right now.
Yeah, I don't think they can do anything about the car, but
Yeah, they can.
aren't
They
there
can.
other
Yes,
people
they
there?
can. Yes, they can have the car towed. That's the only way I can get through. I can't back up.
Aren't there other people around you there trying to pass?
Nope. No, not really. This is not the type of street. Hang on.
Are you with the trees?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna park it here.
Huh?
That's the only spot that I can park.
Where? Right here?
Huh?
Where? Right here?
Yeah. I asked that car to move. He's gonna move.
Okay. Watch my back when I back up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to back up.
All right. Problem solved. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye. There it is, y'all's. Problem solved. I can't see this dude for nothing. We're gonna have to unload on this street right here. We're gonna have to back up. I can't see this guy. He thinks I can see him and I can't. Let me put my other lights. Who's honking and why? That's a bad spot right there. Bad spot right there. Well, y'alls, I'm gonna let you go right here. I'm at my destination. I gotta figure out how to deal with this. Stay fresh, keep it profitable, y'alls. Okay.